Welcome. It seems the world of platform battles has been getting a lot bigger lately, and so I thought everyone should know the best bosses to fight. By that I mean the difficulty of them, because what I said was completely unrelated. So, obviously, the tier list goes as this: a true challenge, bosses that you'd never fight alone, and if you did fight alone, you're dead. Very hard. If you're a skilled player with a good class, you can beat them. Hard? Well, they're hard, but they're not gonna necessarily make you run for your money. Normal, any normal team should probably be able to beat them. Dog water. If you can't beat these bosses, you yourself are dog water, and these are just bosses I've never fought. So like most of the Blood Moon bosses, I've never fought. So obviously we are missing a few things because I couldn't get pictures for them and accidentally forgot to put one on. So first off, I just want everyone to know this is going to be Gabriel because I have no idea how this got into here, and I forgot to add Gabriel. I could have sworn I downloaded Gabriel, but I didn't. So, starting with Gabriel, honestly, any normal, competent team could beat him. So, pretty decent, I'd say. Uh, Phoenix, I'd say that's a hard boss, honestly. It's not gonna make you run for your money, but it certainly isn't something you'd want to take on by yourself. Attendant, what would I put attendant? Probably normal, honestly. As long as you can dodge, there's no real issue. The fight just might take a while, but if you have enough speed, just dodge everything. He doesn't have any undodgeables. Angel Recharger, with the new updates that make his shield actually work, he isn't as much of a pushover as he used to be. Like before, I would have put this boss straight here, like maybe like in between hard and very hard, and his form where you had to like wait for his attack. But now that you can just like kind of stun him, and then because all right, so the strategy for this is, as everyone might know, are just the people that did lab recently with Android Charger. Android Charger, um, he while he doesn't take damage from infinite pierce things or true pierce things, he does still take the injuries from release AFA, meaning he does still get stunned. And if he's water gunned, he's going to be losing energy. So as long as you can water gun him and make him stunned, so there's actually probably quite a few ways to do this. With the unobtainable relic, Ice Relic, you could do this. So water freeze if you're a dag, anything that could stun him. So Mecha could stun him with quite a few abilities, like things like that. So let's see, Ice Relic would be able to get past him, but you know, pretty simple stuff. The boss, I'd say, is, I'm gonna rate it on without cheesing it. So without cheesing it, I'd say upper of hard. Also, I'd also put attendant upper of normal because I want to be honest, Gabriel's kind of a pushover if you have any sort of decent build. Uh, Barrack, he has undodgeables. He's kind of like fighting a Phoenix, but the Phoenix has good stats, and you get 2 turns setup. With any good team, you should be able to just breeze right through this. So I'm gonna say normal difficulty, but uh, better. He's harder than Attendant. I'll put it that way. He's harder than Attendant, but not as hard as these guys. Cetus, in terms of phase 1, I'd say probably dog water. Like, he's just a chi fighter at that point with like 100 HP without any AFA. So he's kind of dog water in it. So first phase, just complete garbage, dog water. Um, Not a challenge at all. His second phase is what we're gonna rate him for though, and I'd say he's definitely hard, but he takes stun. So I mean I'm basing this off of a non-cheese method, like no head stun sort of cheese method, but I definitely put him hard. Like he will make you get a run for your money, but still only has so much HP. Debria, I'm gonna be honest. Debria, pretty challenging. I'd say hard because I mean if you have enough defense, they can only spam Shadow Dagger, but Shadow Dagger deletes your HP, so if you can't kill them fast enough, then you're going to die. So it's they're pretty hard. Unless you're a demon, which you're only taking 5 damage from them instead, but then your region's still disabled, so you're taking 5 damage per turn plus whatever they're doing to you. So unless you're like a demon defense build, like the DK lore comes with defense sacrifices, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to solo them anytime soon. Dawn, yeah, okay. Don't need to get into that. You're fighting a knight. It's kind of a joke. Gem powered mech, um, decently challenging on a level, I'd say. It's like fighting UMM, where once it gets its energy, it's gonna hurt, but you can easily prevent it from getting energy by, for one, this boss is so easily deletable. It only has like 200 HP, so if you're going in with like 1 or 2 DPSs, just delete his HP. You get 2 turns to do it, unless he gets first turn, which has happened. So I'd say, on a general rating, I'd say below Phoenix, above Debria. Griffin, Griffin's obviously the hardest boss in the game, no doubt about it. Vlad has nothing on Griffin. Like, Griffin is just the most goated person ever. The only reason he loses is because he's just so stupid. So, AI could get some improvements, honestly. Jaimon, I've never personally fought, but from what I've seen on the wiki, Trello, um, I'd say he's definitely very hard. Most definitely. If you're unprepared, this guy will definitely give you a run for money. Hugo, pretty hard. He works kind of like the Android Charger, where he just doesn't take damage until you got his energy shield down. But you know, it's very hard. And if you go in unprepared, you're dying. Like very hard is kind of just that thing where you need to be prepared. Like for Hugo, I'd say you'd want Golden Relic with Rest Relic with Leg Freeze and Shadow Soul. Or instead of having Shadow Soul, you could have enough defense to negate his beam attack, and you're gonna want a decent amount of speed. So yeah, Illusionist, I'd say, is kind of a joke if you're cheesing it with a move that can bypass guard, but if you're not cheesing it, then I'd say it's about more or less waiting for the right time. So I'd say it's easier than Attendant, but harder than Gabriel. The Mechanic could easily kill you if you're unprepared, because I've gone into this fight a few times unprepared with like dueling it with like kind of just a messy team setup and like not being an android. The only problem with the boss is he can easily overwhelm you with mechs that lightning strike, which can just be really hard to deal with unless you're like an android. But the mechs do damage if you don't have enough defense. So I'd say honestly hard boss. Michael, Michael, honestly, if you're not great at the game, I'd put it probably here. But me being me and me having fought him so many times, to the point I have like probably 3 accounts worth of max slots. So that's 9 times I fought him at the very minimum. That's not counting other people's Michaels, which I've done before. Um, so let's see. He's kind of a joke. The only thing is, you have to be full HP when you go into a soul tag, or your unprepared team members might die, are the unlucky ones because this attack can just like heck you over really bad. So honestly, I'd put him before Android Charger, in my opinion. So before Android Charger, the Servant, from what I've read about it, because I've never fought it, but from what I've read about it, it looks pretty challenging. I'd say, honestly, probably around here-ish. So why is... Okay, there we go. Fixed. Space Golem, honestly, could give you a run for your money, but I'm going to put it down here because he's not that hard. Once you have enough defense, his attacks don't do damage. So just bring like a one tank with over like 15 defense and you're probably good. Uh, Tokino, honestly, never fought it. Like I said, haven't fought any of the Bloodmoon bosses, but but he just seems like a really strong blood mage from what I've seen, and essentially, I think he's copying Fred's build. Honestly, like if he was a Soul Warrior, it'd be Fred's build almost exactly. Like the event headpiece, you know, like exactly Fred's build. So honestly, gotta put in Darkwater. Fred's build is absolute trash. Fred's build is the best Vogty build in existence. So much so that I actually forget he's a Vogty because Vogty sucks entirely. Anyways, we all know Fred can't dodge, and that's the reason he's a Vogty. But honestly, if you had guard bypass moves, boss is another joke because I'm pretty sure the whole fight seems just like, okay, well, we have to kill the Blood Knights before you can kill him and he steals HP. So, you know, if you have guard bypass, it might, I'd say normal, but without guard bypass, I'd say probably a little easier than the Servant because the Servant seems like you need some like good strategy. Honestly, I'd say the Servant's harder than Gem powered. UMM, yeah, I don't even need to say anything about that. If you have a multi-hit that does over 5 damage, he's dead. It's like that simple. Lich King, yeah, okay. Vlad, I'd say probably a true challenge, honestly. Not as hard as Griffin though. Griffin's the hardest boss in the game, honestly. Like, it's honestly a miracle that you can even beat him. Vlad, at least from what I've seen, everything, it seems like he just massacres you. That's his whole thing, massacre. So, this is my final opinion. I will not be taking any compliments or insults about this. This is right. I disagree with your opinions because they're all completely garbage, and mine is objectively right just because it isn't your opinion, and your opinion is so horrid that my opinion is objectively right. If you agree with me, then your opinion is objectively right, and you can gloat this to all your friends. If your opinion isn't the same as mine, then you should die. So, anyways, that's the Platform Battles boss tier list. Uh, if you enjoyed it, I literally don't care. So, you know, you can just go fight them. Permafreshies, probably fight these guys. Good fights for you guys. Um, if you're a team of like tier 2s, you can probably fight some of these guys. Uh, you know, I wouldn't fight these guys unless you're decently experienced at the game or have like a few tier 3s that are good tier 3s, by the way, not garbage ones. Uh, Hugo obviously is only fightable by scav tier 2s, and the fight is only winnable because of the ability to cheese him, kind of, by just making your stats good enough. He's kind of just a stat check. So, yeah. Jaimon, eh, challenging it seems. Vlad, you're gonna need a good team, assuming it's not gonna get nerfed. But ultimately, this is my results. Remember, I don't care. Your opinion means nothing unless you agree with me. Then your opinion means something. That's how this world works, kids. Now remember, um, that what were you supposed to be remembering again? I forgot. Anyways, uh, there's also another boss in the game, and I'd say honestly, probably not as hard as Hugo. I'm I'm using Gabriel as a reference because Gabriel does not look like Gabriel. And I forgot to add the picture of the other boss to the game. That boss is me, by the way. I'm the legendary hitman. Remember to hire my services. Uh, I'm 1K for a wipe. Remember that? I do good service. Do not expect me to wipe them immediately. I'm talking to you, Andy Mir. I don't care, and I haven't seen the person online, so I'll kill him at some point. He wants me to kill this guy named Joe or something. I don't remember. Like, you know. So, anyways, remember, best hitman in the world. Signing off. I'll see you guys when I decide to make another video of probably a class tier list or something. Remember, opinions suck. Remember, mine's right. Bye.